Happy Thursday, fair gamers. It's me, Graham. Welcome back to another wonderful episode of Fair Game Favorites. And tonight's theme is rainy day fun, because everyone needs some rainy day fun. Also, very notably, we've been bombarded with all kinds of rain and storms and inclement weather for the past couple weeks, and nothing makes you think about, hey, maybe we should have something to do when it's raining outside, like when we get bombarded like this for a week. So I would love for you watching to tell me about what you've been up to with you and your roommates and family members during this very rainy June that we've been having. I want you to stick around until the end of the stream, because I've got a little something special for you, a little treat for having watched the whole stream all together. So be sure to check that out at the end. So we're cooped up inside because it's raining, and what does everyone do when we get to that rainy day? Well, I'll tell you what I would do is I would just pull out my tablet, my phone, turn on the TV, watch some Disney Plus, or play some video games or whatever. That's what I would do on a rainy day instinctively, and I'm sure that a lot of folks would do that. But we don't want to be on our screens. We already have to work in front of computer monitors all day, and kids are on laptops for school and stuff. Let's get away from the screens a little bit. Tonight we are brainstorming, coming up with some awesome ideas for some rainy day fun. If you're just tuning into the stream, be sure to stick around till the end too. I've got an extra special treat for you. So I brought out some of my favorites for kind of all audiences games that are really great when we're all cooped up inside. And then I want to hear about what you have to say as well. So go ahead and write in the comments some of your favorite rainy day tabletop activities to get folks off of their phones for a little bit. My first suggestion for us tonight is a cool game called Beat That. And Beat That is a series of challenges. Think minute to win it style challenges. There's all kinds of goofy stuff. You have to use chopsticks to pick up a ping pong ball, or you have to use solo cups to pick up some dice and roll them. These kinds of goofy things. It's really, really great if you have several people. So if you've got a big family, they say 2 to 8 players on the box, and probably the more the merrier, right? So the aim of the game is to score as many points as possible by betting on whether or not you can complete one of these challenges. The challenges, I just described. You're going to play 10 rounds of going around in circles playing these challenges, and at the end, you tally up your scores, and you look to the scoreboard and see who is the Grandmaster champion of our little indoor Olympics. I picked out this game because, yes, there are some reading skills, so that might be challenging for our youngest gamers, but once you explain what the challenge is, everyone can get on board. This is really, really good for larger groups, like I said, and we're being active. So kids who are all wound up because they've been cloistered all day long, this is one way to constructively get out some of that steam, refocus their energies, refocus their minds a little bit. This one and another one of our favorites, Root Beer Float Challenge, we bring these up all the time. These are really, really good games for all ages and for getting up, getting active, and blowing off some steam. So that's why I picked Beat That as one of my favorite rainy day games. Yes, Kyle has a question on Beat That. He says, does it come with all the supplies for the challenges? It does. So there's, I believe there's either 4 or 8 basically solo cups that are in here. There's ping pong balls, there's dice, there's I believe there's poker chips, basically, all these different little trinkets. They all come in this box, and that's a lot of what you're paying for. And then they've got 160 different challenges on the cards. So this really is just an event in a box. It's awesome. If you're just joining the stream, be sure to stick around to the end. I got a little treat for you. We're talking about rainy day fun today. So if you've got some awesome, fun rainy day activities, I want to hear them in the comments. Switching gears a little bit, it's summertime, and we think about being outside. When you're stuck inside, maybe it would be most helpful to have some wonderful summertime themed artwork. Well, that's what I thought of coming into tonight when I wanted to talk about some jigsaw puzzles. But then I just found some other cool jigsaw puzzles. So we're just talking about some cool jigsaws that you may or may not have seen at your local friendly game store. Thanks to everyone who's joining the stream right now. Hello. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Here is this really, really beautiful piece. It's called Positivity, and it's a lovely piece of artwork that it's hard to be bummed looking at this. All the bright colors, all the emotions and thought that goes into this. This is a really cool puzzle, and it's a round puzzle. So the border is circle cut, which means that all the pieces have a certain curve to them, which adds a nice element of complexity. So this one's wonderful. Again, if you are just joining the stream, stick around to the end. I got a little treat for you for watching my whole stream here. I've got a couple of, I found a lot of bug-related jigsaw puzzles, which would be fun for a summer rainy day. And if you're feeling real educational, you can pop quiz your kids and say, what kind of bug is this? This is a beetle. This is a whatever this is, But that would probably be most suited for this one. This one's a little bit of an artistic take, a little bit of Eric Carle, I think, did the Hungry Hungry Caterpillar. That's the kind of artistic vibe that I get from this set in particular. So some really wonderful, like this just makes a cool jigsaw puzzle, right? So these are lovely. You definitely want to check those out. And then I just found some other cool puzzles that are maybe not super summery themed, but I liked them anyway. So this is the Garbage Pail Kids. This is a spoof off of the Cabbage Patch Kids, and it's kids acting up on a roller coaster, and it's real goofy. And this seems like the kinds of things that your kids would probably laugh at as they're putting it together. So I thought this one was particularly fun, and it is officially licensed from the Garbage Pail Kids, so you know it's the real deal in that case. And then lastly, I wanted to show you one of my personal favorites are the puzzle twists. The puzzle twists are, there's always a twist with these. So in this kind of puzzle, you can see there's all these different posters and artwork that's all been kind of spread out. All of these pieces of art, all these posters are featured on this puzzle, but they are not in the exact same positions. So you really have to put together the puzzle, not totally relying on the box art. It gives you a nice clue. But again, this is another one that's going to make you think a little bit more. I think this makes it more engaging, and you can strategize a little bit more with your roommates and family members, which I think is really awesome. So these are some of my favorite jigsaw puzzles that we currently have on the shelves. I thought I wanted to show those off a little bit. Hey everyone joining the stream, hello. Thank you very much for hanging out tonight. Puzzle twist is a cool concept, Kyle. Thank you so much. We've had a couple different ones of these. We've had, like, this one was a space one that I just showed you. But we've had, like, national parks. We've had, a specific, like, city theme. So you got, like, Chicago, St. Louis, New York, and you get all this kind of stuff around. Yeah, we kind of have a rotating library of these, so be sure you check these out. If you're just joining the stream, first of all, stick around to the end. I got a special treat for you. Secondly, I would love to hear what you have been doing during all these rainy days that we've had for like a month now. Well, it feels like it's been a month. Maybe it's only been a couple weeks, but yeah. My goal tonight is just to really talk about trying to get off of TV, off of our phones. It's so easy to do that when it's like, oh yeah, well, raining outside, so I guess I'm not gonna mow the lawn, so I guess I'll pull out my iPad. And it's like, well, yeah, but do you really need to play another round of Fire Emblem Heroes? No, you don't. You don't. Turn your downtime from your rainy day into some quality time with your family. I think that is maybe the crux of my argument, right? You have this time on your hand. Everyone's inside together. Let's turn it around and make a memory, or at the very least, just enjoy ourselves a little bit, right? I have another really interesting game that I recommend all the time, and like no one's heard of it. So I think this one's awesome. This is a game called Word Domination. It's by Fowers Games. And Jeff Beck is the designer here. And this is in the Scrabble category of games. So if you're a Scrabble player, you like bananagrams, even any other word game like JustOne or any kind of spelling game like that, you're going to really like. So Word Domination has a very cool, like, kind of funky pop 50s spy theme, which we like. But at the heart of it, it's just a great spin-off of Scrabble. Actually, I should show you this while I'm on stream here. So this box is small, and all the components just fit really nicely inside of here. The cards come up a little bit above the box bottom, and that gives you enough room for all the different pieces. So in Word Domination, you are trying to claim the most number of letters. And the way that you claim a letter, all the letters are laid out on the table in like I think it starts in a 5x5 grid. So there's 25 letters on the table, and they come on these little tiles like this, these thick little cardboard tiles. And so these are going to be on the table in a little 5x5 grid, and you're trying to claim these letters. So you, on your turn, you are going to spell a word using like you draw a tile, add it to the center of the board. You have to use that letter, and you can spell any word. When you do that, you are going to lay your little Zeppelin pieces on the tiles to show which letters you've claimed. Then everyone else has their turn to try to use that letter. If it gets back around to you, and you use the letter twice without anyone else using it, then you get to score that letter. So if I'm going to get real inspired here. Let's say that I spell the word stir, S-T-I-R. I thought of that because I just have the letters for how to spell stir. So that's my word, S-T-I-R. Peter goes next, and he spells rats, and he uses my T and my S. And then Kyle goes, and he makes the word igloo, and he uses my I. No, I already used that. No, that's right. And it gets back around to me. And if that R has not yet been used, for example, then I can use that R again, and I score that letter. So as much as I maybe botched that description, the idea is that there's a lot of strategy to which letters you're going to use because you want to deny your opponent's letters. And on top of just like trying to score these letters, there's also this really cool spy theme to this game. So this is my personal copy here, but you can optionally use these like spy characters that are going to give you like very specific abilities, right? So there's like one guy, Peter says, "Oh, I didn't win? Rats." Nice. Now you're using the words that you're spelling here. I love it. So like one of these guys makes a giant laser, and the laser, he can use it like at the end of the round to put his little pieces on letters that are all in a straight line as long as they connect some letters he's already claimed, right? So like gives you extra ways to put down Zeppelins or claim extra letters or whatever. And there's, in addition to these spy-themed characters, some of the letter tiles are black instead of blue. And when you score these, you get like a special effect as well. So, there's spelling involved. And I know I made it sound complicated. You play one round of this game and you've got it down. But it's got some really fun thematic elements too, which is what puts it over the top for me. And Kyle, you're totally right. It does have a very like Indiana Jones, James Bond, like 60s style vibes to it, and I just think it's really, really awesome. We have had a lot of copies of Word Domination in store, so you definitely want to check this one out if you're looking for. Here's a fun game that everyone can play, but I want a little more, a little something. I'll also point out that if that sounded complicated at all, you don't have to play with the black tiles. You don't have to play with like those extra events or those extra abilities, and you can do away with the cards if you don't want to. Allie says in chat, so it's a Scrabble role-playing game. That's amazing. It kind of is. If I were playing this with my friends, I would make everyone use character voices. and be like, "Aha, I am Dr. Nix, and this is my evil plan to take over the Caribbean." I've got some folks waving to me in the window. Hey folks, what's up? Yeah, I see you. I'm streaming. I'm on stream. They can't hear me. There's glass in the way, that's fine. Anyway, this game is awesome. Word Domination, check it out. If you want to hear more about it, come into the store and ask us. If you are just joining the stream right now, hello, welcome. And we're talking about some rainy day fun. I want to hear about what y'all have been doing during this past several weeks of inclement weather while we're cooped up inside. We're probably all experts at being cooped up inside at this point, but the point still stands. And also, if you're just joining the stream, stick around to the end. I got a treat for you. Peter says, "This looks dangerous with clever grown-ups. Give me lit the nerds." I'm bad at deciphering this, Peter. This looks dangerous with clever grown-ups. Give me the nerds. I got 2 more games for you real quick, just because they're just really good games. And you maybe have heard about these before if you've talked to us about just good party games in the store, but I really wanted to pick out some stuff that I thought would work well for roommates or families, and kind of like all audiences. You don't have to be like a board gamer to get into these. So this is a game called JustOne, and it is a cooperative guessing game where every round there's one person who needs to guess the correct word, and everyone else is trying to get them to guess the correct word. So I think this game goes up to 7 people, if memory serves. And in JustOne, let's say it's my turn. I'm going to take a random card out of the deck. I'm going to place it on this little stand in front of me, and I'm going to say, okay, help me to guess word number 2. Well, in this example, word number 2 is chocolate. So everyone has a little dry erase board, and you have to give a clue to the person who needs to guess that is just one word that's going to get them to guess the answer. But the complication is everyone has to compare which words they've written down before I get a chance to see them, if I'm the guesser, right? So everyone's writing down the words. They say, okay, everyone's ready? Great. The guesser, I'm going to cover my eyes. Everyone else compares notes on their little whiteboards. And if people write the same word, you have to erase them or cross them out. The guesser does not get to see what those words were. So you want to go for the low-hanging fruit because, in this example, chocolate. Oh, if I say milk chocolate. Okay, that's pretty easy. That's pretty straightforward. But if someone else also says milk chocolate, they cancel each other out. So if I'm the guesser and there's 3 other people and they say milk, dark, and sweet. Chocolate, I got it, nailed it. But if you say milk, sweet, and milk, the milks cancel each other out. I'm left with sweet, and as the guesser I'm saying, candy? I don't know. So there's a fun little teamwork element, and every round is going to be fast, right? It's only 2, 3, 4 minutes. So you can kind of, everyone gets a chance to guess. Maybe you do that twice around, and then you kind of wrap up for the night. But JustOne is really easy. It's a lot of fun. It's very, very good. Kyle says, I like your hat. Thanks, bud. I got it for $15 at my friendly local game store. I think we have a couple of these left at each location. We're just selling them at cost. We want to kind of support the community here. Or we want what am I trying to say? We're not trying to make a profit on the hat. We just want, people to show that they support us by wearing cool swag. So, okay. I got one more game for you, and then I'm going to wrap up. Stick around to the end. I got something special for you. I'm overhyping it at this point, but people are joining and leaving the stream, and so I just got to get my bases covered. This is a game called Pictures, Game of the Year 2020. That's what this says. Well, it doesn't say. This is the name of the award in German, but for all I know, it could just say Game of the Year. Actually, it says Game of the Year right there. Pictures is, I want you to think like a little bit like Pictionary, but if you don't get to draw, and you have to use weird objects. What? So on the board, you're going to have a 4x4 grid of pictures, and everyone gets assigned a picture secretly and randomly by drawing tokens from a bag. Is then the object of the game to get everyone else at the table to guess your picture. So if let's say I get B2. Okay, well that's the sunflower. I gotta get people to guess the sunflower. How am I gonna do it? I don't get to draw. I don't get to give verbal clues. I have to use these strange objects that are included in the box. So we've got wooden blocks over here. I have to somehow make a flower out of these strange wooden blocks, or a couple of shoelaces. That one's a weird one. Sticks and stones is my favorite because every time I think I'm like making like really good, intuitive like objects, people are just like, I don't know, is it like a sidewalk or like a gravel pit? And it's like, no, it's not actually rocks. I'm trying, can't you see the sunflower? This was a sunflower. This game's a riot. It's super fun. There's a couple of other interesting elements, but you know, I think that's really the crux of the game. It's only about half an hour, and I will tell you this, a little industry secret. So this box says 14 and up, but it's not really it's not like just an adult's game. I just explained, like, how is this just for adults? They have to put a certain age because of the size of the components. So if you have a game like 8 and up, I think means that there's like choking hazards in a game, right? So you know, I found that to be very interesting, that like 14 and up just means like, oh, that means that we didn't check all the boxes for like the content is kid friendly, even though it is. So I don't know. I just think it's interesting. Kyle asked in chat, did cavemen invent that game? Probably. Can you imagine cavemen's like, oh, I'm trying to get them to understand that I found a bobcat in the mountains. It's a mountain lion. And so then they grab some sticks and they start making like big teeth and like a big face and rocks. And then the other cavemen are like, I don't know, is it a gravel pit? Anyway, Pictures is great. JustOne is great. Beat that, really good. This one goes up to 8 players. Pictures is up to 5. Word Domination, how many does that play? This one's just 2 to 4, but again, you're looking at like 45 minutes for this one. JustOne, you know, you do a lap around the table and it's like 20 minutes. And then all those cool puzzles that I showed you earlier. These are my current favorites for rainy day games. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining me in the chat. Thank you for watching our weekly stream tonight, y'all. It means a whole lot to us that you would engage your friendly local game store in this way, and this is a really nice way for us to be able to chat back and forth, come together and like brainstorm for whatever topics are at hand. Okay. So the hype train is pulling into the station. Hopefully I didn't overhype it too much. Thanks for sticking around, everyone. For watching the entirety of our live stream video this week, I have a special verbal-only coupon for you. 20% off of one item in the store. Good for this weekend only. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, once our shops close at Sunday, the verbal coupon expires. But when you go to checkout, you're going to say this keyword to the person working, and they'll be like, I got you, brother. And then they're going to give you the 20% off coupon. So the coupon this week, because we're talking about rainy day fun, is rain check. The word this week is rain check. If you say that to the cashier over Friday, Saturday, or Sunday this weekend, 20% off of one item of your choice in your order, a regularly priced item. Oh, I'm getting some likes. I'm getting some likes in the chat. We like the savings, right? Cool. So 20% off for saying the word rain check. And it's good through Sunday, which is the 4th of July. I hope that's not like offensive. To dance on the 4th of July? I don't think that's offensive. That's probably fine. Will the cashier scream like in Pee-wee's Playhouse, says Peter. No, I will not. And I will not even humor you by screaming on stream, because what these poor people are watching. I don't want to scare off customers, Peter, by going woo or whatever he does. So yes, rain check. I will see you hopefully this weekend, or Dave or Dan or Nolan, or Eric, or the other Eric, or Elliot, or whoever else is working in the store. We will look forward to seeing you. Thank you again for joining us for this week's Fair Game Favorites, and we will see you next week.